Okay, hi guys and welcome to a new episode. I know my face again, but I just wanted to start this episode by wearing the knife I'm gonna review in just a moment. So actually there it is. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, just wanted to show you how it wears. We better change perspectives and take a closer look to that bad boy. Let's go.
My dog just came home. Just did 10 in the pen, he added again. Been out for 4 days.
So today I'm going to present you a knife that is a little bit different than usual because it's a fixed blade. This particular knife was made by a French maker and blacksmith called Mathieu Petitjean. So just a quick word about him. He's always been fascinated by ancient weapons and art knives in general, but he started studying art. Then he trained in forging, where he designs and shapes rough iron pieces for about 5 years. And on that occasion, he practices a lot of different techniques in ironwork. So I have absolutely no idea how to translate these various techniques, so I'm not going to try. At the same time, he perfects his technique in Damascus. He learns also about wood, steel. He also gets to know lost wax bronze casting technique and also silver smithing. So yeah, just to tell you, this guy knows an awful lot of different techniques. And it's only in 2009 that he becomes a full-time knife maker. Also, I forgot to mention that he trained with Pierre Reverdy, which is so far the only maître d'art in France. Maître d'art is probably the highest award or honor that you can get as a maker, and Pierre Reverdy is the only knife maker having this award. So yeah, just to let you know about the crazy background of Mathieu Petitjean. So that being said, let's take a closer look to the knife. And it's actually not only a knife, because there is also a beautiful sheath, but we'll start with the knife. I'll just take the sheath out the way for the moment. And there is the bad boy. The general line is absolutely crazy. This is actually my knife. The knife I review are not all mine. I know a few collectors who lent me some knives, but this one is actually mine. I saw it during the first edition of the Fix Paris show. And I didn't have the money at the time to buy it, but from the time I saw it, I couldn't get it out of my mind. I was thinking about it every day for weeks and weeks, even months. I was watching pictures of it every single day. And finally, my family made me a surprise and bought it for me as a present. And it was quite funny because I contacted Mathieu Petitjean a few months after the show to ask him if it was still available, and he just said, "I'm really sorry, it's not available." I was like, oh, too sad. I would like to order something similar, but at the same time I didn't really want to, because I know he never makes twice the exact same knife. So I knew it wouldn't be exactly the same, and that I would be a bit disappointed. I really wanted this one, so it was an amazing surprise. When I had the present, I was the happiest man on earth. So yeah, crazy line, absolutely gorgeous. I don't even know where to start. Let's take a closer look to the blade. So it's composed from several bars of Damascus. So there you can see there are 2 bars of twist Damascus. On each side of the twist Damascus you have a kind of simple layered Damascus. Can you focus? Thank you. So yeah, all the way through until the tip. I'm sorry for the reflection, this thing is mirror polished. And by the way, it's mirror polished and you can still see the contrast on the Damascus, which is pretty unique, I think. So yeah, until the tip. And then for the cutting edge, you've got a, I don't even know how to call it in English. In French, it's a tranchant rapporté. So maybe you know how you call it in English, and let me know in the comments below, by the way, if you know. The idea, and I often see that on French Damascus knives, you have the main part of the blade that is made of Damascus, but the Damascus can sometimes not be the best for the cutting edge. So what the blacksmiths do is add, just where the edge is, another piece of steel, which is an ideal steel to cut. So that way you have the nice visual from the Damascus, and you still have the greatest cutting edge you could imagine or you could want with that technique. So I would call it maybe a welded edge technique or added edge. I don't know. Have no idea how you say it. I'm sorry about that. I did a bit of research but couldn't find it in English. But what I would call the welded edge, oh, almost cut myself there. What I would call a welded edge is not a simple piece of steel, it's a senmai steel. So there, the blade is composed of 2 twisted bars, 2 other bars on each side, and a senmai steel added to the Damascus. So yeah, just crazy forging work there. You can see also that the shape of the Damascus follows the blade, so he didn't just make a Damascus and then cut the shape of the blade. It's really completely forged. Crazy. And if that was not enough, you've got an amazing how to call it, groove there, very deep and perfectly made on each side. And the groove follows the shape of the blade, but also the shape of the Damascus. So in the groove you only have one of the twisted bars. The other twisted bar is on the flat area, if you see what I mean. And that brings a beautiful effect. That blade is really crazy. I even love how it looks on top. You can see the different layers there. So crazy. Really beautiful. Now, a word about the construction of the knife. It is actually a stick tang knife, but instead of just having a piece of wood for the handle, you've got more Damascus. So, you've actually got a piece of steel which is not Damascus there, then another piece of Damascus there, then a piece of wood which is actually ebony. By the way, beautiful ebony, which is not completely black but has a nice dark brown color to it. So that's the main part. On top of that you've got some inlays, ebony inlay there, mammoth ivory inlay there, which is a beautiful dark blue ivory, and on top a Damascus inlay, which is the same twisted Damascus as on the blade. Yeah, the construction on this knife is just crazy, and also, and most of all, it is very tastefully done. In my opinion, of course, but I guess I'm not the only one thinking that. So yeah, crazy general line to this knife. Now the grip, of course you have a kind of choil there, if we can call it a choil. So I've got average size hand. Either I can handle it with my index finger there and my 3 other fingers on that part, which is very comfortable. I can also, if you have huge hands for example, you could have your little finger there, your pinky just there, but my hands are not big enough for that. For me, the other kind of grip that I could have is this one. 3 fingers there and my pinky right there, my thumb just there. And it feels really good. So you can have a very advanced grip like that and another grip like that. Honestly, it's probably not the most ergonomic knife ever, but it is still very comfortable, and I don't really care because I'm never gonna use this knife. It's really just all about the design and the craftsmanship, and yeah, if I want to cut trees, I'm probably gonna choose another knife. But I'm sure it will still be very usable if I really needed to use it. But yeah, that's it for the knife. Now I think we could have a closer look to the sheath, which is also crazy amazing. I mean, just as amazing as the knife. So it is a sheath with a wooden base. It's actually walnut wood. It is leather wrapped all around. You've got this piece that is made to wear it at your belt. Then on top there you've got an ebony overlay with Damascus inlay or overlay, whatever you want to call it. And it is exactly the same Damascus as on the knife, of course. Then an amazing piece of mammoth ivory there, the same blue mammoth ivory, which just goes with the overall theme of the knife. It matches perfectly the knife. No doubt they go together. On the inside you've got 2 leather pieces there on each side to maintain the knife in place. So once the knife is inside, you just press, you hear a click, and the knife can't fall. It's very, very well made. You click it to take it out, index to unclick it, I would say, and then you take it out. Absolutely beautifully made, and when the knife is inside, guys, crazy, just crazy. Mammoth ivory on the knife and the sheath. On top there you've got the ebony on the sheath and on the knife. Same kind of twisted Damascus inlaid there. How cool is that? And if that wasn't enough, during the last fixed show, that was last September, he made another knife that was in the same style but a lot bigger. I don't know if it was like twice the size as this. Actually, I've got the catalog where it is on picture. Let me just find it very quickly. Oops, not there. Yeah, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it, but that is the knife. So you can see the same twist Damascus, same technique basically, with the same kind of mammoth ivory, same ebony there. Look at this handle. Amazing. You still got a Damascus inlay on top. Really, really cool. I would love to have been able to buy this knife, but yeah, you can't have everything, and I'm still really happy with this one. So yeah, I think that's it for that video. I didn't mention, but of course I'm not gonna be wearing this knife in the streets. I'd love to, but I'd probably be arrested in the minutes, especially here in Paris. Just think it feels really good, and wanted to have a bit of fun with that video. So yeah, as usual guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.
My dog just came home. Just did 10 in the pen, he at it again. Been out for 4 days, picked up a little weight on him. Got youngins doing hand in hand, and guess who's the boss? Nigga handing out packs like he was Santa Claus. Don't call him Saint Nick, call him Saint Brick. Know all about them birds, and I